I look around now when I go to the city and like everything, like all the old shit, all the old buildings are getting knocked down and they're getting built with like all these condos and apartments and studios and shit, and all of them have security and security cameras and have windows and shit. The type of shit that if you hit, it's not gonna be there for more than a day, and they're probably gonna have you on fucking camera, or you're gonna get chased because security's around the block, sitting there in the car. So I think graffiti in the future is not gonna be. If the way things are going now, it keeps happening, like people are just gonna be bombing like the tunnels and shit, like the old shit you have to go out like out of the city for, like it's not gonna be like, oh, riding around going to the fucking mall with your fucking bitch, and then you want to see some graffiti or a spot you hit last night. Like, no, that shit's like fucking 20 feet under your fucking ground, because you can't bomb that shit no more. Like, that's what I think is gonna happen. I mean, if the fucking trains and shit are still around, like, that's tight, but I think that shit's, like, they can have that shit on lockdown, too, with all the new technology and shit. Like, graffiti is a crime. Graffiti is something you try to, like, be low-key about, try to make sure nobody sees you doing it, like, get in and out type of shit. How are you gonna do that when they have fucking robots for security every fucking way? What the fuck you gonna do?
2040? I'm pretty sure I said I'm probably gonna be dead. I don't do drugs or anything, but I got a weird heart condition, so that sucks. But I would say there's kind of been an uphill surgence and almost like a downslope of creativity. I was talking about being like distracted online earlier about, like seeing other people excel and it like discouraging you. But I think that shit's actually gonna die off and no one's really gonna give a fuck in a couple years. And I think graffiti is gonna get more like secluded over time. I think more and more people are gonna fall off. It's gonna be less cool to do online or like find a name for yourself or something like that. And I think more like OGs that have been doing it, the golden era was like the 80s and 90s, like for me in Seattle. I think the golden era is gonna be like 2030. Like the real ones are gonna keep doing it. Like the police force is gonna be a lot more, I would think. How it's been like more and more criminalized, like right. You do like a higher window or something like that with some etch bath and it's a felony, just because like the cost of the window. If you paint a wall, you cover that shit for 10 cents with a bucket of oops paint, from your local hardware store. But I think 2040, graph is either going to be all iPads and fucking projectors, or it's going to go back to that grimy shit where you find like Cuddy Scribes and etch bath, because it's the most permanent. You go to like certain areas of the hood or whatever, and shit runs because it's mom and pop. Like, you don't want to hit mom and pop shit. Like, trust me, if my shit would run on Starbucks, like, I'd hit every Starbucks. But like, it doesn't run there. So
as far as graffiti now and where it's going in Seattle,
shit. It's all on the internet now. I don't know, man. It's just, there's gonna be more and more of it for sure, but I think that basically just it's gonna be covered. There's gonna be a lot. It's all I don't know.
And what about in like graffiti in the future in like 2040?
2040, there's gonna be facial recognition software on cameras. You're gonna have people, being identified. Like they're gonna be able to go into your Instagram and just they're gonna, if they don't already know who everybody is, they're gonna be able to find out who anybody is like instantly. You know what I mean? There's gonna be no secret to like anything.
You think people will still be painting like the city?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's gonna be, shit'll be covered, but I don't know. I mean, shit. It'll be good. It'll be good, but I think the areas that are a buff now are gonna be even more of a buff, and then the spots like the areas that are grilled are gonna be like even more grilled. You know. I think it's not gonna stop. It's just gonna, it'll still be big, you know.
Might just condense to the areas where
Yeah.
it's.
The internet. It's not evolving anymore. It's going downhill. It's the phones that are distracting people. They're going for whatever they see that is more liked, I guess. They're not just turning out their phone and sketching shit and starting from that, like make some weird shape and turn it into a letter. They're like whatever's on the internet being most liked, they're trying to bite or go for. There's no more upgrade. It's all just downloads. Yeah.
Where do you think all that's going to go? You think Instagram's going to be here in like another 10, 20 years? People will be using Instagram?
If we're still alive. I mean, the internet's kind of making us look all down. No one's looking up anymore. You can get away with so much shit just if you're quiet. But just everything's computerized. It's pretty fucked. Well, if we're not fucking in Nazi war with gas masks on, we're like gonna be so computerized, everything's gonna be filmed and noticed, and you know, just like everything's fucking computerized. Or I'm gonna be old and alone with a cat. Let's see, I'll be like 50 or something, mid-age, leather jacket with spikes. No, I think it's just gonna be like really like, you know, cops are gonna probably take control of this shit where it's like Nazi war. I don't think there's gonna be much spots. Everything's gonna be buffed. Everything's gonna be condos. Everything's gonna be a building. Everything's gonna be a box, just like Japan.
What about in 100 years?
Oh, we're all fucking dead, dude. Dinosaurs restart. There's gonna be like dinosaurs with Vile's face on it.
I don't know. Honestly, I feel like it's kind of sad to me because it's so easy to get attention now. Like you don't fuck, for all we, like, for some people they could just be doing from the get-go, like doing really cool stuff just like in their basement or in their backyard or whatever, and it's like in a picture you can't really tell, and so it's not like the act of vandalizing and putting something in public where you're not supposed to, and like getting all the like the live sites. I don't know, there's nothing like seeing graffiti in person. There's no, yeah, I don't know.
It is dope to see what other people are doing too, all over the world, right?
No, yeah, that's true, and like that's the thing too is, you know, then you can get inspired, and there could be no one around you doing anything that inspires you, but if you're seeing what people are doing other places that inspire you, then that then what you paint like brings that into your own graffiti community, or community where just the area people see if you're really painting and getting out there and doing it, then people are going to see whatever style you're bringing. And man, I'm talking about people seeing, but it's in two ways, because people see in real life what they see on the internet. I don't know, it's weird. I think it is cool though, because you can share and keep up with people
we'll see what happens with the technology, like with like just the drone technology that's around. Like I think that we're in 40 years. I don't think there'll be much.
20 years.
20 years, whatever.
2040.
10 years. I don't think there'll be much privacy. I think that we're just a step away from like strict surveillance. Yeah.
And what do you think it'll be like, graffiti? And do you think people will be out here doing it? You think it'll still be around? Do you think it'll only be murals? Or
I think it's not going to ever go away. Graffiti is here to stay as long as there's people. I guess it'll go away if we get to like if we go into like a police state, you know, like where people can't get out and do anything. I just think graffiti, that's the thing that scares me about surveillance, is that it's like if people always think that they're being filmed, then
people aren't gonna paint, or